here we are. Greetings, RC Model Geeks. And here we are in the shed. Haven't been out here for a while. Other things have been in the way of modelling, namely my mother, who is currently in hospital.
Wish her well.
Yes, with a dodgy heart. She got rushed in, she couldn't breathe, and Colin's phone goes off.
Classic.
Yeah, so she had trouble breathing, so she's 90. So yeah, she's in there getting sorted out. Hopefully she'll be home soon and stuff will return back to normal, let's hope. Colin came up to the hospital with me yesterday, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, went and saw Mother.
Yeah, I've got a picture of that.
Yes, it's coming up right now. I was going to say that. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, wicked.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, you know what's coming.
He looks a bit like a cowboy, doesn't he?
Yeah. Get off your horse and drinking milk.
Yeah. Fucking hell. We had a laugh, didn't we?
Oh,
my mother laughed as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah. That cheered her up.
Oh, God. Right, anyway, so, you know, I'm sitting at home, moping around, and I thought, well, you know what, I need to do something to cheer myself up. So I went and spent some money on Hobbyking.
Like you do.
Like you do. So I thought, yeah, I need to get some video out. Not really in the mood to do the Barnstormer at the moment. And so I thought I want something nice and quick. You know, quick to do. You know, no dicking around. Maybe I can do it on the kitchen table while my mother's still in hospital.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Rather than in the shed here. But we're unboxing it here to have a look. Now this would be quite good for when we make something else in a while's time. But I thought I would get this one because it's a plug and fly. And it was 98 quid.
P&P. And it's a box in a box.
It's a box in a box, alright? It looks like it's upside down actually. Right, you want to pass that one down to Pete?
Yeah.
Blimey! I was expecting it to have loads of colour on it.
Got it?
Got it. Right. So here is the box.
Oh,
it's an unprinted box.
Yeah.
Now, this is a Durafly, I believe. Let's hope it is. So the quality should be fairly good from Hobbyking. Like I said, plug and fly, so that means you've got to go through it all and make sure that nothing's been fucked up when they assembled it. Yep. And you've got to assemble it.
Yeah.
And it's made in China, of course. So.
Ooh.
There it is. It's Canadian. Now, did anybody work it out yet? Any ideas, Pete? It's not a chipmunk. I can tell you that much. It's not a chipmunk. It's de Havilland. And it's got quite tapered wings on it.
And it's not a mosquito.
It's not a mosquito, no.
I can hear all the cogs going around in people's brains.
Oh, people will get this easy.
Yeah.
Especially as I've already got one.
It gives it away.
What is it?
I'm going to have a shot at a vampire.
It is. So this is the de Havilland Canada, or the Canadian Air Force one anyway, vampire. Silver and red. Looks quite nice.
It
Silver
does,
and
yeah.
red actually. Finally got a bloody wing out. Right. So there's a wing. Nice finish on it actually.
Yeah.
Retractable undercarriage, wheels, ailerons. Some people have modified these and put flaps in them. Don't think we're going to do that. yeah, and there's the other wing. I know you're all itching to see the fuselage.
Yeah.
There's the other wing, a bit of hanger rashage. But yeah, I mean, could always.
Well, they're quite chunky, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite chunky, springy sprongs on there. So that is that, and then we get to the better stuff. We're into the fuselage. Quite a small plane actually, considering. There's the fuse. Pete's salivating over there already.
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear
Is that eyes on the... Oh, it is. Eyes and teeth.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fuselage in there, 60 amp ESC in there, Aerostar ESC with I think it's a 50mm fan. Is it 60mm, 70mm? I don't know, there's a fan in there anyway. You know what
Oh yeah.
oh, what's the word? Luck is with ducted fans.
Yeah.
So, well, this won't fly right because loads of people have had these.
Nice bit of air in.
Yeah, servo just glued in there. Just glued in that servo. Steerable nose wheel. No rudders on the plane, so you can steer it on the ground when you take off to get it run straight, but no rudders for in the air. So that's the fuse. What else we got? Elevator. There's the elevator halves that go in there. Servo in the elevator there. It's not that big an elevator. A little bit bubbly there, isn't it? So it's got a bit hot. And then the important bits.
Tail booms and canopy. Cockpit.
These have been out for years. Hobbyking have been doing these for donkey's years in various guises. I believe they've modified it over time to give it a bit more strength. Like they put carbon fibre in the booms. There's the hatch. You get a pilot.
All right.
And a canopy. There's your little pilot.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to sit in there. I think he's a little bit small, actually. And there's the canopy that goes over top. Look at that. Fits nice, doesn't it?
Looks smart.
So that is your front. Your pilot could do with being up a bit further, couldn't he? He's too low down.
Yeah, he's like sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, yeah, maybe it's a tandem. And then the only other thing is the booms. And here are the booms. Now, supposedly these have got carbon fibre in them. I didn't see any. Ah, yeah, look. You can see the holes where they've moulded the carbon fibre inside it.
Oh, yeah.
Before they've injection moulded it. So
they're quite stiff. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're fairly stiff. They're certainly stiffer than no foam. Let's get this one off. Basically, it's got wires running down it to go to the elevator. And that one, there it is. Wink, 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 wink. And there it is. That is it. There is no more to it than that.
No hardware pack.
Oh no, wait. There's a box. Hang on. There's a box. Oh, best screwed in thing. Maybe there's something in there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a special surprise from Hobbyking giving us love.
Yeah.
Not.
Not.
Yeah.
Love not.
There you go. So there's a box with basically Y leads and horns and push rods and stuff. And that is it. It's designed for 4S, 2200 to probably 3300. Yeah. And we'll put that together and then go and fly it. Hopefully we'll get some nice weather, which is good. Yeah, so back with you when we've done something to it, maybe. Isn't that right? Okay, right, Pete's gone home. Pete's gone to plan some videos, actually, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some stuff turning up for a mate of Pete's. Who's yeah, he wants us to look over some stuff for him, and so we'll be doing some sort of Pete's mates problem planey stuff. I suppose you can call it plain. Well, not really, but anyway, yeah. Don't want to tell anybody what that is really at the moment.
No. But
yeah, there'll be some more Pete's problem RC stuff.
Yeah.
Coming up, which is good. Anyway, so you know what? We were just looking at this again, ready to start building the old vampire. No bloody manual.
No manual. It's not there.
Yeah, so that's missing out the box. Great, thanks, Hobbyking. You're wonderful. So we'll have to download that off the net and build it. And oh yeah, oh shh. Don't, you'll let people know. You'll let the people know what
okay.
Something else is coming up. Yeah, so yeah, we might be building a Storch fairly soon. It's a new kit coming out of the Storch, which would be quite nice actually. I haven't seen many kits of the Storch. So yeah, that'd be a wood kit as well. So hopefully it'll have like flaps and slats and the old undercarriage and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I was just showing Colin what one looks like on Kermit Week's YouTube page. He's got some nice air-to-air footage of the Storch. So yeah, hopefully we'll be having one of those for a build soon. So we've got quite a few builds to do actually. When everything returns to normal. Well, will it return to normal when my mother comes home? That is the question. Or whether my workload will go up. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll probably do a bit of a build of this today. I'm just waiting to see whether my mother's coming home or not today. So I'm just waiting to give the hospital a call and see whether they're letting her out, etc, etc. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of this and see how far we get, but it won't be very far.
Okay.
Back soon.
Yep.
Okay, we have been busy.
Yes.
Well, we call it busy. We stuck a bit of wood on.
Yeah. That's quite busy.
Yeah. So our pilot was sitting too low. So got a bit of wood, sprayed it black and glued it to the bottom of the pilot just so it raises him up a bit. He was sitting too low, you couldn't really see him in the cockpit. So we'll glue him in there like that, and then we'll glue that on there like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, he looks much better that height.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hiding in the it must have been quite a short pilot.
Yeah.
Probably pulled a lot of G's in the past and it's compressed his back. A bit like you, mate. Right, so yeah, we'll get him glued in, and then we'll probably use U-Pour actually just around there.
Yeah.
And around there. Stick the canopy on. But we'll come back to you when we've done a bit of something.
Okay.
There we go.
That's a short flight.
The pilot is in the office.
Yeah.
And he's got his canopy on there. Just used U-Pour for sticking the canopy on. And yeah, that looks quite good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Nice detail.
He's looking out the side a little bit. See where he's going. So that is that bit done. So what is next? Let's have another look, shall we? In the box and see what we can do that's not too taxing for the moment. Now, I know that the fan unit is just sort of wedged in there. I don't think it's really sort of fixed in very well, so we might just have a look at the fan unit and make sure that that is secured nicely.
Yeah.
We don't want that coming off, do we? While we're
no.
flying along. So it's got 2 screws that hold the bottom hatch on there and there. From what I've seen in videos, this is also glued in. Right. Even though it's got those 2 screws. Mm-hmm. But we'll just swap that apart and have a look, shall we? Yeah. Right, back in a minute. Okay, so we've got the bottom hatch off just to have a look at the motor unit there. And there she is. It looks like it's glued in all the way round the bottom half of it. And you see there's no way that's coming out. There's a little bit of flex, but nothing major. So I don't think that's going to fall out in a hurry. No. And there's the cover of it. Mm-hmm. Just held in by 2 screws. That screw into there and there.
It's quite a good quality fan unit as well, because you've got that aluminium point on the front.
It's got an aluminium nose cone on it,
which you don't normally get on the cheaper ones, do you?
No. Whether or not it's any good is another matter. Well, but yeah, and that hatch just goes back straight like that. I mean, it doesn't really hold the motor in so much, does it? But anyway, it gives you access to the motor if needed, which of course is good.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to end up cutting half the plane away to get to your motor, do you?
No.
I will say the screws were loose.
Yeah.
So that. There you go. So we'll say we're happy with that for now. I suppose we could run up the undercarriage and stuff, couldn't we, and see how that goes and see whether it's in line.
Yeah, make sure it works.
The undercarriage is retractable there. It's a rotate. Does it rotate around as it comes up? Yeah, I think it does. Something. It's got a couple of bits of wire connected to the arms there for the steering, as you can see. That servo is just glued in, so you know, expect that to probably fall off. And then the undercarriage itself is just screwed in. Should we check the tightness of the screws on that mounting while we're here? Yeah, they're not exactly tight. What I might just do is take those screws out, dob a little bit of super glue down the holes, so that it's got a better grip on the wood, because we don't want that coming out, really, do we?
No.
So yeah, back with you when I whop that out.
Right.
So there you go. The nose leg is out. As you can see, a nice thick ply plate there.
Oh yeah. That's good.
And that's slotted into this nose section, which gives it a bit more support, which is nice. So all we're going to do is run some super glue down those 4 holes and let that go off, and that just strengthens up the you know, the screw mounting. Nothing more major than that. It rolls around on the bloody top all right, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's trying to wriggle away.
It is. So I'm just going to daub like that, like that, like that, like that. It's always good to do that after you've put the screws in. So put the screws in, unscrew them, and then run the super glue down the holes, and that hardens up the threads that have been cut in the wood. Less likely to come out.
Aye.
Yeah, standard Hobbyking Retract unit. Servoless one.
Yeah.
And look, that bit of stuff to make it look like a nose leg is just like loose on there. It just rotates on the main nose leg. Yeah. So all we'll do now is we'll put that back in, making sure that we don't trap any of the wires. Like that one there. That's it. And then we'll just put the screws back in. Super glue don't take long to go off because it just soaks straight into the wood and
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle. You know, obviously the same technique you'd use for any screws that, you know, are going into wood. Yeah, it's always a good idea to harden up, you know, the threads with a bit of super glue. We've had wicked winds here, haven't we, mate, today?
Cool enough to blow your wig off.
It's been blowing like a what's it out there today. It's dropped off at the moment, but it was really howling earlier. Old Pete nearly lost his wig, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He had a full head of hair before he moved to hiding.
Well, he did, yeah. There you go. There you go.
Nice.
So that is that. So I think probably we'll get the old servo tester out and give her a bit of a wiggle.
Yeah, see what happens.
See how it works.
Okay.
Back with you when we've done that.
Right.
So we've got the we've got the steering connected up just to check it. There it is. You can see that's operated by a pull system. The main reason they've done that is so that the nose leg can fold away. You've got much more movement one way than the other. Seen that right over there, then that way it's like half of it maybe. But you know, you won't need much. It's only for keeping things straight down the runway. Yeah, not bad, not bad. And then what I'll do is I'll just unplug this one and plug in the Retract. Right. There. And then we'll let that go in and back out. There you go.
Nice.
So she's working good. Always worthwhile checking these things out before you build the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's nice. I think we'll keep that retracted for now. But yeah, all that works, which is good. So that's a couple more things out the way.
Could check the wing wheels.
We could check those out. This is the battery we're going to use. It's a 2200. That's at the smaller end of the scale. Obviously, that's going to sit in there like that. Hopefully, doesn't really fit on the straps, of course. There you go. I mean, it's a 2200 to about a 2300 4S. So, you know, we are at the smaller end of the scale, but we'll come up with a way of bodging that in there, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we could check out the retracts on the wing. So we've got one here. God, you're getting a full video today, boys and girls.
Yeah, they're getting their money's worth today.
Number 1, number 5. There we go. So we'll plug 5 into there. Like that. And then a bit of power. Oh, she sounds a bit graunch.
On the way down, yeah.
Oh. She doesn't sound happy, does she, then?
No.
I can see something going to fail on that. Can't you?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, she doesn't sound very happy there. Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have that apart, I think, and we've taken quite a fair few of these apart now, haven't we?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We know these inside out, these retracts. Yeah, we'll have a look at what's going on with that, because that it's all right that way. That is just a bit of a funny, graunchy catching sound.
Yeah.
So we'll just make sure there's nothing bad going on in there. And of course we need to run some super glue down these holes anyway. You know, just to stiffen up the wood again. So back with you when we've found out what's going on inside that retract. Okay, we've taken one of these retracts apart. If you've never seen inside one, little motor here which drives this shaft, and then you've got this little dibber here that I can't remember the name of, that drives the leg up and down. Really simple. The things that fail on these actually is the micro switches, and there's one here and one here, and they just tell the retract when to stop as this thing moves along, this carrier. Yeah, common failure on those is the micro switch getting broken. It's just a little button on it and it fails. Yeah, all I've done, I've just put a minuscule drop of 3-in-1 oil on the gears and on this shaft. It's certainly sounding smoother now that it's like that. So yeah, we'll put that back together now, and I'll show you how this works. We've got the bit here. So this pivot sits in there, that lot goes in there, and it all sort of sits together a bit like that, doesn't it? But it's a pain in the arse to get together unless you... But it basically works like that. That moves and rotates this, blah blah blah. There you go. Right, we're going to put it back together and come back to you. Okay, so we've done the undercarriage retracts, blah blah blah. We did both of them. Yeah, they've actually got a little plate here, like a doubler plate, to raise the undercarriage up, hence it sticks out so far, because it doesn't fit in the wing. So obviously the retracts that they've put in there now are slightly deeper than maybe the originals, and so that's why this sits up so high. Right, next thing is the Aileron servos, which are there. There you go, you can see that working quite nicely. So we've got to put in the horn here, screw it in, connect up with a push rod. Now, of course, like on every foamy where you've got a foam hinge, you will find that your hinge is, look at that, won't move.
This is old boot.
Stiff as anything. I've seen it many times. People have built planes, put the horn in, put the push rod on, and they've left it like that. Then they wonder why their plane don't fly right. So what you have to do, of course, is you've got to flex this, yeah, and wear it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you've got to give it some good old workage, otherwise the thing is going to put extra load on the servo. So you want to give it a good couple of minutes of that. Yeah, to work it in.
Well, we'll be back after Rob's wiggled it.
After I've wiggled it for a few minutes, and then we'll put the horn on, do the linkage and stuff like that.
Okay.
Back soon.
Yep.
Okay. Nothing's perfect, is it?
No.
Nothing is ever perfect. No matter what you buy, there's always a problem. So yeah, we came to put the Aileron horns on there. We've only done one side at the moment. You get 3 parts. You get the horn there, you get the threaded back plate there, and you get 2 screws there. Unfortunately, the Aileron is thicker than the length of those screws, as we found out when we put it together. Yeah. What I'm also doing is I always put a bit of glue behind the horn when I glue them on. Well, when I screw them on, just to give it a bit of extra grippage. So luckily, for the problem we just encountered, I bought a load of screws because I knew this is a problem when you buy these things. So I got some screws and some nuts. They're like about just under an inch long, aren't they? And I use them on all my horns now rather than using these self tappers anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much easier, especially on good quality horns. You know, it's much easier to use screws like that. But yeah, so yeah, I used those. There they are on the back there. Once this is all glued off, I'll just chop them down.
Yep.
Yeah, but the backing plate is on there and everything. Like I said, we just mix up a bit of epoxy and put it underneath the horn and underneath the backing plate before you screw them together.
Okay, lovely.
Sweet. So all the only other thing we've got to do now is put on that onto there, like that. Bob's your uncle. Adjust that, and that aileron is done. Shouldn't take long, should it?
No.
And then on to the other one. Back soon. Okay, so there is the aileron all connected up, all lovely jubbly. Working nice, that. So yeah, wicked. Let's put her in the centre. There you go. Not really much slop there at all. Any slop is just in the play at that.
Yeah.
Which is quite common. Yeah, so that is one wing completed. So we'll just go back and do the other aileron on the other wing and come back to you.
Okie dokie.
Right. Oh yeah. So second wing completed. That's all on there. We use cable tie just to stop the old clevis coming apart there. You can use fuel tubing or heat shrink or whatever you want. But cable ties work well. I mean, you know what, ain't coming off again. We've set it up right. I always use a servo tester, yeah, when I'm doing the planes, and you know, I can set everything up spot bollock, and I know when I plug it into my radio, everything's centralised, you know, no mucking around, it's all ready to go. And it's, you know, it's much easier to test this on the bench like that. Just press the button, cycle it, you know, make sure it all works. Worth their weight in gold, these.
Yeah.
We set loads of planes up with these, haven't we? You know, it's just so much simpler than having the radio knocking around.
Just push the button and the servo's centred.
Yeah. Or you can go into like test mode. Oh, wrong one. Press it again, there we go. Then we can manually move it. Like that, or you can press the button again and it centres it. I mean, brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're only a few quid. Always worth getting one. I power it from an old ESC that I've got here. Yeah, I don't use the one in the plane because it ends up running up the motor as well.
Yeah.
When it's plugged in, so yeah, I just use an old ESC by itself to power it up. Brilliant. Right, okay, next thing is we're going to do the elevator. And get that sorted out, get the horn on it, stuff like that. We'll try and get that done today. That'll probably be the last thing we do today. Bixler Phil is popping over in a minute, and I still don't know whether I'm going to pick my mother up from the hospital. Right. And it's what, 2 o'clock now, so we'll see. It'll probably be raining and dark and shitty.
And windy.
Yeah. So great fun. Right, back in a minute.
Yep.
Right, so we've got the elevator here, servos in there, there's the lead, exactly the same as the aileron, of course, and you notice that, you know, you've got to do the flexing of the horn, of the hinge line there, sorry, like that. pretty good. I mean, if you were really anal, which of course none of you are.
No.
You could cut away that that hinge. If you look, you see you've got some moulding marks in there. Ideal for putting pin hinges in instead. You know, if you really wanted a good hinge on that, that's not going to pack up. But you know, this one's all right. You know, the amount of flying this is going to get, probably, you know, it'll last forever, won't it?
Yeah, one flight.
I ain't salt marsh Pete, I fly them twice.
And don't retire them to the attic.
Yeah, exactly.
As you can see by the
yeah.
menagerie of planes.
That's building up. Yeah, right, there you go. That is that done. So same methodology again. Put the horn on, do the linkage, Bob's your uncle. The only thing we'll do first of all, before we put it together, is we'll just power up the servo. She's a little bit short, that wire, but we'll see if we can get it in. There you go. There's the servo working. I always like to sort of leave them running for a few minutes. Bed them in, make sure they're not going to pack up. If they're going to pack up, they're going to pack up pretty quick. So, but yeah, just cycle them backwards and forwards on the servo tester. And make sure they're centred. This one's not really centred very well, but it's a bit difficult to get that out now, so we won't worry about that. As you can see, it's leaning over slightly. It could have gone one click round on the horn to get it at 90 degrees, but you know, getting that out, more hassle than it's worth, really. Yeah, because you're gonna have to pull that silver off that's been painted, pull the servo out, glue it back in. Don't matter, as long as your control's all straight, you should be fine. Yeah. Right, that's it. So we'll get on with putting the horn in here, gluing that in, screwing it, all that stuff. Cool. Back soon. Right, so the elevator is done. Servos all connected up, all set up right. Bob's your uncle. Horn on. What I had to do, all the horns, you know, I had to just trim away a little bit at the corner there, just to stop it digging into the foam. Yeah. You know, you can do it if you want. Depends how much movement you have on your control surface, really. Yeah, so all we've got to do is just trim off these screws on everything, and then that's the basic control surfaces all done. So then it's really just gluing the booms on to the fuselage and putting the whole lot together, and she's finished. There's a cockpit. Phil's here. Oh, Phil's here. I know, he was quiet, wasn't he, for a long time? He was. Yeah, I am quiet. Phil's come over. I'm normally quiet. What?
Just talking about the starfighter, mate.
I think. Oh, he was talking about Starfighter.
I sort of brought the book over for him.
Yeah, Phil wanted to show me how thick the wing wasn't.
Yeah, show the.
So thin.
Show the fans how thin the wings are.
Oh, I've got to find it now. There you go.
Oh, isn't it that centre bit, mate, that's fallen out?
Yeah. No.
You sure?
There it is. No. That top one. Look how thin the wings are.
Yeah. No, the other side.
On the other side. Yeah. There you go.
Really
that's
thin.
The wings right there. Look.
Landing speed 180 knots.
Yeah. Well, that's the speed the Swallow normally lands at, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can't flare this one.
He comes in nose first.
That's true. Good, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
God.
It's not a model for him, really, is it?
Well, I don't think any of them are they?
No. Anything that goes more than 10 miles an hour is not for the Swallow.
Yeah, we're going to buy Swallow a kite for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, a box kite?
Well, yeah. Well, it won't be a stunt kite, mate, because he'll crash that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Something that he's only got to pull one string.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be all right.
Yeah.
Poor
Swallow.
Poor Brian.
God, I'd order him a new motor this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Oh no, nightmare. Right. So that is it.
Can I see the little bits
the
on
day.
it?
Yeah, in a minute. Yeah, Phil's only just come over, so he hasn't seen much of this plane yet.
No.
So we'll show him that in a minute. But yeah, that is it for the day. It's going to be a two-parter, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've probably got to go to the hospital. We'll see. So, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all in part 2 of the Hobbyking de Havilland Vampire Canadian version build.
Do you have an hand? Yeah. Because they're a Canadian version, aren't
Yeah. De Havilland, Canada.
they? Otter.
Otter.
Otter, yeah. They built,
Well, it's quite warm, yeah.
Yeah.
they built the otter, didn't they? I think.
They did a chipmunk as well, mate.
Oh, yeah. They did.
I don't know whether de Havilland Canada actually made the vampires, or this was just the Canadian Air Force. But you would have thought they made the vampire as well. Anyway,
I would have thought so.
right, there you go. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you all in part 2, probably, maybe tomorrow.
Au revoir.
Yeah, tomorrow. Right, see you then.
Cheers, then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Phil.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Captain Rob's RC Model Geeks. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. If you want to see more of the same type of videos, don't forget you can subscribe. If you want to support us, you can use PayPal, paypal.me/RC Model Geeks. If you want to contact us, you can email us rcmodelgeeks@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.